Welcome to Conversations, a new interview segment of This Week on Campus. I'm your host, Kristen Hahn. Kosovo is a country in the Central Balkan Peninsula in Europe. Part of the former Yugoslavia, Kosovo is located to the north of Macedonia, east of Albania, and south of West Serbia. Joining me today is Xhavit Gashi, Consul General of Kosovo, who heads the Kosovo Consulate in Des Moines, Iowa. Mr. Gashi was a leader in the fight against Slobodan Milosevic's efforts to ethnically cleanse Kosovo of ethnic Albanians. He later became a brigadier general of Kosovo security forces and served as an attaché in Kosovo's embassy to the United States. Thank you for joining us. So, Mr. Gashi, as the Consul General for Kosovo, what duties and responsibilities do you have?
Thank you very much for having me today. And yes, I am really honored to be as our first and only Consul General of a country in Iowa and to represent my country in a state of Iowa, which is our state partner. Duties and responsibilities as the Consul General here in Iowa, differ a little bit from what I used to be involved in regard to our state partnership program that I was since 2011 when I was in military. Now we are very much focused in our strengthening our cooperation between country of Kosovo and the state of Iowa in education, agriculture, economic development. We are making new connections like people to people in sister cities, sports, youth camps, and so on. So we are really very much focused in wider range of connection between Kosovo and the state of Iowa.
What role does Iowa and Sioux City play in the relationship between the United States and Kosovo?
Yes, great question. This is actually, I always, tell friends when we first started this partnership, we had many people either in DC or Kosovo or, either traveling saying, oh, why Iowa? Or people would say, why Kosovo? So, and good question about the role that Iowa plays is because we have the partnership between Kosovo and United States have a longer history. So it came long time ago, but most specifically when we were in difficult time. So during, in late 90s, as you mentioned in the introduction, so we were under a regime which was really very cruel regime, and so we had to do something to defend ourselves and people in Kosovo. And of course, we would not imagine that we would be liberated without the U.S. support. And so in those difficult times, we had U.S. and other Western countries joining U.S. to help us in our liberation, which actually happened. And then, of course, later we had also, again, U.S. to help us in declaring our independence, but also in state building. And when we come to this third stage is where Iowa specifically played a crucial role since 2011 through our state partnership program, which initially started with Kosovo military, Kosovo Security Force, and Iowa National Guard. And of course, then we go to what we do here and what our role is, which was actually a vision of a great leader here from Iowa, General Orr, who said, okay, this partnership is meant to be whole of Iowa, whole of Kosovo, and so that's why we are not focused only in military, but also in all these other areas. And yes, so then Sioux City becomes part of it, because as I mentioned, we are now connecting cities to cities, education system, agriculture, economic development. And just recently, I was very happy to see the support from the city officials of Sioux City, and of course, with a request from the city of Gjilan in Kosovo, and we are moving towards the sister city partnership between two cities. And also as a result of this greater partnership, we have a very big delegation of Iowans going to Kosovo in May for a week, and I'm very happy to have a representative from your college coming with us this time and spend a week in Kosovo together with another 55 or 56 Iowans, which all of them are not going just to shake hands and just make a tourist visit, but all of them are part of something that we are doing together. And so this comes the importance of our partnership with Iowa, but also the partnership with individual cities, in this case with Sioux City.
So what are your hopes at the end of all of this for the relationship, especially related to Sioux City and Western Iowa Tech?
Yes, my hope is that, if I would say next visit, I don't want to say that because I will come before that, but very soon to see, for example, to start with, for example, having students of Kosovo studying here, or seeing this community college be part of a bigger project which we are going to start very soon in Kosovo, which would be called the Iowa Center of Excellence in Kosovo, where we will have other community colleges. DMAC will initially lead, but we will have other community colleges involved, and I would like to see your college part of it as well. And just by my visit today, I did see many areas where our students would benefit getting education from your college here as well.
That's actually incredible, thinking about how all of these colleges in Iowa are coming together to start an education initiative over in Kosovo like that. So you visited other Iowa community colleges, sounds like many, and were there things that surprised you during your visit at Western Iowa Tech here?
Yes, there were. And so actually we did, just visiting the labs that I visited, the work that is being done, I think the culture, also welcoming spirit that I did see here from students in Culinary Institute, but also in web and design. I was impressed with that lab as well, but more specifically when I visited the manufacturing and that section, I was very impressed with that. Also with heating and cooling lab as well, but there were many areas when I was very impressed, and I did see a great potential of cooperation between education in Kosovo and your community college here.
What are some things about Kosovo that would most surprise an American visitor?
So again, it depends, for Americans who have not visited Kosovo, yes, they will be surprised to know how much Kosovars love Americans. And so, of course, they would be surprised to see that, Kosovo has so young population. Most of them speak very good English. There are many, Kosovo is a small country, but it has great potential for development, even though we are still in that development phase. But I think Americans what will find in Kosovo, specifically people from Iowa, will be how comfortable they would feel, how loved they would feel in Kosovo, because of lots of common things that we have. For example, Iowa and Kosovo. People are just as nice as in Iowa, maybe in Iowa a little bit better, but they will be not surprised but happy to find that people in Kosovo are nice and welcoming, and same like in Iowa.
Thank you. I think it's safe to say that your work is no short of inspiring for everything that you've done for your country and for Iowa too. This has been Conversations. Our guest today has been Xhavit Gashi, Consul General of Kosovo. Thank you for joining us.